I don't understand what they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water. Try to find what's right in a distant place, so far away. The silence fills my heart with empty space. But now I'm sure of where I'll go from here. And tensions rise, they push me to divert my vision. But I will break the ceiling and the walls that kept me in for all this time, and all the reasons that I cannot find.
They'll wait for me to fall under that pressure. They'll wait for me to give it up. Well, I will not work against the forces I trust. Have to stay above the rushing water.
I will do my best to keep myself composed. It takes a lot not to overload. They can't tell me what is right for me. I just need peace of mind and my ability. But no one said that it would be this hard. You can't force it, but you'll play your part. So I will run until I reach the end, and who knows where I'll be. But all I know is that we'll start again.
They'll wait for me to fall under that pressure. They'll wait for me to give it up. Well, I will not work against the forces I trust. Have to stay above the
they haven't set up their positions well. Allowing Cat. Oh my god! Good evening, everyone from on the Asia server, and good afternoon to everyone on the EU server tonight. It's going to be really fun. We're going to begin with GB versus Feast, and then it will be King versus 9V. All the games will be best of 7. Just going to give you a brief overview of what happened 2 days ago. We streamed GB vs DTG, where DTG won the first 3 games, and GB, Berlin's pep talk proves to be overpowered. GB won 4 games on the run to win it 4-3. Second round, we have GB vs King. King won the first round, but Berlin's pep talk this time came slightly earlier, and they won 4 games once again on the run to win it 4-1. Tonight it's going to be once again GB. We're going to be following against Feast, and the next round it will be King vs 9V. And finally, in round 5, I'm not sure if we're going to see GB versus 9V, but it seems the organizers want me to follow GB. Actually, so anyhow, I have no idea what's going on. This is supposedly the games. Well, this is the stage 1 of games where Feast, King, DST, GB, and then DTGR and ARWV went through, and this is not the one we are talking about. This is the qualifying stage, where the teams are seeded, and then this is the table finally. Only DST manages to get into stage 2 of games, and this is supposedly what was happening before 2 teams, RN and DST, dropped out of this tournament due to controversy surrounding a player violating the principles of fair play. But anyway, we're going to get into the room, and let's find out. I don't want to take the survey, sorry. Not tonight, not today, at the moment. A password, I'm going to find it very soon. Okay, we're on to GB vs Feast. Both teams are pretty much ready. GB has changed a player, probably, or is it a person? We're going to have Officer, Berlin, Yoga giving the Demon, Spectrum, and GB playing. Feast is going with Bifrost, Silver, Bond, James Bond, Necromancer, Winter Fox, Z-Park, and Clutch. They also have Hidden Surprise, Mummy Lucas, Roadblock, and Sleeping Lion Hong Kong on the subs bench. That's like all 10 players of Feast are here tonight. We're just waiting for one more player on GB side. There is still around 2 minutes to go. If you haven't voted already in the, I'm going to end very soon. If you haven't already voted, please do so, unless it has ended. We'll find out if it's going to be the case. I've not assigned anything yet. As you know, I'm myself under the pseudonym of a random search. I don't want to change mine. I don't want to, waste any gold of that. Here we are. We are seeing the lineups here. We are seeing GB is going with Shuki and Buku. We have a spy here, unfortunately. Why is Shuki and Mugu on GB's team? That's illegal. Winter Fox saying this is betrayal. Oh, What have you done, Sugar Moo? Why are you joining GB now? Also note that this is a rematch of the Winter Season Grand Final, where GB and FaZe were very closely matched, and GB won 5-4 in the end. And this is probably one of the most well-known rivalries out there. I mean, GB and FaZe, they were known for, you know, I mean, I think it surrounds with with a player scamming one of the GB players of another game's item. That has caused some controversy between both teams, and you know there are tensions between two teams. But anyway, we are going to start very soon. But GB seems to have some problem. Why is not Matt's not going in? Sonder seems to be a little bit slow, but I hope everything should be fine. But meanwhile, I'm just going to lower the blinds and just get good lighting. Just wait for me for a moment. Yeah, we are back. Here we are. GB! They have officer spectating now. There are only like 3 more minutes left before the game starts. I mean, before I don't know if there is a 5 minutes of time there. But it seems both teams are trying to, you know. Apparently GB, there is some problem with GB setup. Yes, so Nomad's finally in, but Officer should be playing. I don't know about the votes yet so far. There are 6 votes coming in. It should have stopped already. Unless it has been delayed for a very, very long time. Meanwhile, tonight's Blitz Premier Cup is on the 2nd day. And I mean, I will be following first Veil versus Immortals, and then it will be Loka versus Endgame. That will be very important for the second match there. Loka versus Endgame. Loka is the contender of the Blitz Premier Cup, obviously, because they won spring season. And so is Endgame. Yesterday, they haven't lost any single match. And I think this is going to be the match, the game that Endgame might be losing. But also, Endgame hasn't faced some really great, really strong clans at the moment. Maybe Loka, no, maybe APA. APA is supposedly a strong clan, but for some reason they were unable to win a single match yesterday, and especially when we're talking about they lost to. If I get the results here. Liski's here. Doha is now here. Yep, they lost to Veil 0-4. You would expect Veil and APA to be closely matched and not this scoreline we are seeing. So APA, they have to do a lot better tonight if they want to stand a chance in the top 4. Other than that, tonight they're going to be playing against Dinos. And secondly, they're going to be playing against Immortals, 2 winnable matches for APA, and they should be able to get top 4. I don't think there is a big problem with that, considering they were very, very good back in the spring season. So don't know what has happened to APA. They should have done a lot better, particularly they won against Endgame, and they couldn't even win a single game against Endgame now. So don't know what happened to them. Hopefully tonight APA is going to do a lot better, especially against these clans. They should not have any big problem. in really besting them. That being said, still waiting for both teams to ready up, and here we go. Winter by Northcote it is. Oh, and the pole. For some reason. Ooh. Some reason it has changed. And yes. I'm going to end this end this poll. Thank you. Nice. Let's head up high, shall we? Let's go with Feast, Blue Team, North Spawn, and GV, Red Team, South Spawn. They're going to get A very quickly, but with Feast looking to get spots near B, and the poll is complete. Feast got 7 votes, and GV got 3 votes. So you guys saying Feast will win this time. Berlin is near B. Hello, Z-Part, how are you doing? But you're playing at the moment, so I don't know. Don't multitask, please. C is going to be captured by Winter Fox. That will be the difference in cap points. It's not going to be a lot. And great job to Feast for chipping away hit points of Mouses. Well, they are not really careful enough. Feast are doing really well in punishing the Mouses. They can only focus the mouse because these are the tanks they can only put shots in. But what is Doha doing here? It's now down to 724 hit points, and if Doha couldn't survive, and another great shot of a hidden surprise in Doha, the Mouses of GV is struggling to retain their hit points, and GV is now making a move on to the Mouses. They will buy time. Oh, great kill on Doha. Now GV is down to 6 tanks. They're now going to push Z-Park out, and that means Feast needs to make a move onto the other side. They're making a move onto Yogai Govinda. This can be big. Meanwhile, they have to kill off Z-Park as soon as possible, and GV is left with no choice but to focus the mouse, because that's really the only tanks they could go for. And Yogai Govinda is going to be dropping reactive armor and will go down. Z-Park is now dead, and Berlin is a bit low as well. Bond is killing off Berlin. Yogai Govinda dropping reactive armor, but Silver's coming in to support Bifrost here. That's important. And that means Yogai Govinda is now down to 1 shot. Berlin is also dead. It's now 5 versus 6 here. With F Silver killing off Yogai Govinda. It's now 4 versus 6. Hidden Surprise is now 1 shot. And Bond is looking for Nub Edge. Nub Edge is trying to run away in the Crown Wagon. But B is also getting captured by GV. But it's not going to do anything, because they're down by a lot of tanks, a lot of hit points as well. Nubbish now dead. It's now 3 versus 5. I don't see how GB is going to make a comeback here. It's probably going to be a 1 versus 1. And Winter Fox will be supporting F Silver in that great track shot right here. But Demon is now on the ammo rack, so the DPM is going to be low, with Spectrum now dead. And Feast with more than 800 cap points. This is surely going to be Feast game. Demon is killed, and that leaves Tokyo, the last person standing. What a game that was for Feast. GV, I don't know how Doha loses so many hit points in the position where he is supposed not to lose that many hit points. So I don't think GV has done really well with the Mouses. They have to you know, concentrate. They really lost their focus in this one, and hopefully this is a game to throw away, to throw away into the trash bin. Forget about that game. The next game, it will be the one to watch. So great job to be 6 tanks doing more than 2k. GV, Doha doing 0 damage. Berlin very low damage as well. So the Mouses definitely did a horrible job in this one. And we're now going to be seeing the second match on Winter Novka. It's going to be 1-0 to Feast. Say hello to Winter Fox and also Luan once again. And here we go, GV and Feast. GV is going with double bounce by Berlin and Doha once again, but they have to do a lot better this time. Last time they dropped way too many hit points at the start, and that cost them the game dearly. Yoga Winner, Spectrum, Double T175, Demon T20, Nubage, Kronwagen, and Tokyo Ice for with Feast going with Clutch and Bond in T175, Winterfox IS4, Z-Park and Bifrost in double M6EOs, F Silver and the Vegas Light, and Winterfox and the IS4. We're seeing not a lot of M6EOs on the Asia server so far, but it seems Winterfox is going to be on the subs bench, and it's going to be Sugar and Mugu playing instead probably. He's going to be playing in the T22. And will Mummy Milker spectate? We'll find out too. And here we go. Second game on Winter Malinovka. GV, they need a response to that game. That was a bit, well, I'm going to use a strong word for this. Abysmal, I'll put it in this way. Definitely not what GV is. Definitely, that is not GV USA. That is pretty much quite tournament team. That is not good at all. Hopefully they can do a lot better here. F Silver is in that Vegas Light. Will be spotting up tanks. Bows this time on GV, playing a lot more defensively. They have to be really careful. GV once again getting cap lead on A. At the same time, Feast is also looking to get hold of C. They have double M6EOs going for that, and that means once again GV with a cap lead and not Feast. And then, hello, the Korean person saying lol. I don't know what you were laughing about there, but anyway, Feast taking this northeastern corner, and they are going to crowd into that area, and F Silver is trying to build his way up to this area, into this hill there, but I don't think he is able to do so. So he's going to just run away and cry in defeat. I think Yakuza will be jumping on the bandwagon for that. But Silver is going to run away and get some more information for GV. Oh, Yoga Gavinda spotted. And they also spotted up M6EOs, Bifrost taking a hit. And Sugar Mugu trying to put a shell, but couldn't connect this time. GV's mouses are a lot more careful, and they haven't dropped a lot of hit points, but they're only dropping one shot. F Silver once again getting himself up there, but he can't do it. Forget about it. Don't think it is possible. I think he might want to try it once again. Let's see if F Silver is going to try it once again. It's always good to, you know, try stuff out. But look at F Silver. He's going to get spots, but he couldn't get a lot of spots. So oh, Yoga once again spotted. So I think Feast know that they are quite close to their own spawn. Hit a surprise trying to make a play on B, but he will get reset though. Oh, he got shot twice. Hit points are in firm favor of GV at the moment. Hello, Chippy Chips. But he's trying to get B. Oh, that bitch bounces. But Hidden Surprise gets out of B and takes 2 shots, but he has no support. This doesn't look good for Feast at all. And great shot into Berlin there, but that won't be enough. Feast needs to chip away a lot more hit points, but Berlin tracked. Berlin has to be really careful here, but Hidden Surprise also, is he able to work in that position? He is in a lot of hot waters here. Boiling water, you can't go above 100 degrees Celsius, otherwise it will turn to steam. So the hot water is just maximum 100 degrees Celsius, and you can't go above that. Anyway, Hidden Surprise is in the mouse still, unless we are talking about a different pressure. If it's different pressure, then yeah, you might get liquid water above 100 degrees Celsius, but we assume it's one atmospheric pressure, and that you cannot go above 100 degrees Celsius. So anyway, enough of the gibberish. And this time, now we're going to be seeing F-Silver looking to shut down Tokyo here. He is spotted here. He is looking for A, because they know Feast is on A. So I think will they make a move on to Yogai, onto Hidden Surprise here? Is isolated, and this is what GB is doing. Hidden Surprise needs a lot of help, and Feast is very spread out. But Yogai even took a lot of hits there. But A is also getting captured. Feast, Hidden Surprise on fire and getting taken out in no time. But at the same time, we have the double mediums or lights trying to brawl against 3 tanks. Oh, Feast is in deep trouble here. They need to start getting closer to one another. And with Suga Mugen running away from this, F-Silver will have no choice but to die in this situation. Hit points are still with GB, and GB got two caps back. With Yoga Givida down, F-Silver also down. Focuses on Doha, unfortunately. Clutch is on reactive armor. He's going to put a shot into Doha, but we also need Beef Dross to survive. But not Bitch. He's going to reload, but he's going to take a long time in doing so. Shugo Mugu, on the other hand, still really healthy, able to run away, and that's really good indeed. But I don't think Clutch is able to survive long enough. Neither is James Bond here, and he's now killed by Tokyo. It's now 5-4. Clutch is also really low, but actually one kill will actually swing. But with that kill from Tokyo onto Clutch, it's going to be 1,000 cap points. It was a really close game in the end, but this time GB did a lot better, chipping away hit points really nicely, and the Mouses didn't drop too many hit points at the start. This time, Feast tried their best to make a comeback here, isolating GB tanks effectively, but I believe they were under heavy hit point disadvantage, and also they lost a lot of hit points with Hidden Surprise, and that really didn't help any that matters at all. But credits to Suga Mugu for running away A and abandoning F-Silver. I don't think F-Silver will be happy, but I think it is. But I think it helps a lot for Feast to make it a really close one. But only Feast is able to do more than 2k with Bond there, and GB 3 tanks doing more than 2k and able to make a response when Feast is putting tanks on A, and they shut down Hidden Surprise really quickly, and one of the 2 tanks near A. So well done to GB. This time, this is the GB we are talking about, not the first game. First game, that is not GB. Once again, that is pretty much Berlin, Invisible Berlin here. Berlin being John Cena. But now we are on to Dynasty's Peril, and it's going to be very heavy oriented with Feast actually taking a T22. Actually, both Feast and GB love their medium tanks. Demon will be playing in the T22 medium. They are also going for double bounce by Berlin and Doha, double T135 by Yoga Govinda and Spectrum, Novich, Kronvarg and Tokyo Ice 4, with Feast going with a double VK 90.01p by Necromancer and Suga Mugu. Z-Park and Bond in double Ice 4, triple Ice 4 alongside Bifrost, and F-Silver in the T22 with Hidden Surprise in the mouse. This is a very heavy oriented map, so we're going to see a lot of side strafing, and it's a lot of heavily armored tanks. As you can see from both teams, you have very long and narrow corridors and a very closed map. Closed map. So it's hard to rotate around, and you know, it's all about the armor here. Let's head down to F-Silver for a moment here. He is going to get a lot of spots up. and spoiled up Knowledge. Actually splashing to Knowledge, that's really good, but it's negligible. But Knowledge potentially could put a shot into F-Silver, but he couldn't. F-Silver is able to run away just in time. Great job to F-Silver for running away very, very quickly. And with Tokyo Demon, once again, it's GV getting the cap lead, and Feast gets not being the team that needs to rotate. But Feast has a lot of experience with rotation, so I suppose that is not going to bother them too much. With Hidden Surprise looking to keep an eye on B, where GV is distracted, Hidden Surprise is tasked to go into B and cap it. To get the cap point advantage for Feast. And it's once again a very dull match, I would say, because both teams have a cap and they will just defend, and it's going to be hard to rotate. Onto the other side with B being the cap, that is going to be under a lot of attention by both teams. So I don't think a lot will be happening at this moment. What Feast could do in this situation, they will have to find a breakthrough somewhere. And it seems they should not go to GV spawn, because this is the position where GV is heavily defending. They can try and push into the park. I think GV are completely abandoning one half of the park. But they're also defending very closely to one another, so it's going to be really hard to break them down. But some positions in the park side, they have to be really careful here. Feast will put a lot of pressure, and GV will need to make sure they can cope with that. And I think it's still really hard to break them down. But Feast can really press the lineup. And I think the pressure is what's going to be the assignment for GV. They have to play really carefully. Bifrost and Hidden Surprise taking a little bit of hit. Hidden Surprise going into B. That's why I'm saying it's a tank. When GV is getting distracted, they will look to get into B. But I would say Berlin might get shot by his left side. They're trying to deal with Hidden Surprise, to focus on Hidden Surprise here. Berlin's also taking a lot of hit here, and it's really close to call. Double mouse from GV really getting the attention of Feast, but at the same time, GV is looking to... Oh, but is now killed. That is a big kill right here. And GV hasn't been able to make a move on the other side here. Now they're making a move. They're now trying to shut down Z-Park by Tokyo and Spectrum, and also Yoga and Vida. This can be important. Hidden Surprise also dead. And GV lost 2 mouse... Oh no, that's Feast right here. Tokyo is killed. No, and that's Z-Park. It's killed by Spectrum, but also they're looking for Demon. Demon is trying to shut down Baron. James Bond is now 6 vs 5. It's actually Feast falling apart at this rate. Knowledge now down 5 vs 5. Hit points are with GV. It's still really close to call, but hit points, the cap points, I have no idea what's going to happen. This has descended into pandemonium with James Bond now on 1 shot. And focus on James Bond now dead. And Demon and Spectrum's also dead. This has descended into anarchy with a Necromancer now 1 shot. GV's looking for Necromancer. That's a good kill right here. 3 vs 3. Anything can still happen. They still have a T22. That can be very important because it has a lot of DPM. But Yoga Gavinda on the reactive armor. They're focusing that tank. That could buy some time for GV. The hit points are now with Feast now. But they're trying to take out Bifrost. Bifrost needs to stay safe. But F Silver is trying to shield Bifrost right there. Great kill onto Yoga Gavinda. And Bifrost is running away from the situation. He has to run away though, but he has stopped. And GV is looking for Bifrost, with Feast looking for C as well. They're trying to cap it, but Bifrost is not going to stay alive for any longer. He is going to be killed by Tokyo, but great shot into Tokyo. Just a great shot right here. The hit points are now with Feast. They're trying to get B as well, and GV are left with little choice but to shut down Suga and Mugu, and he is still full health right here. So this game, I think, great job to Feast. They're going to get the win with caps, and also it's a checkmate to GV. Great job to both teams, I would say. Really close game it is. Wow. 1000 cap points for Feast. Getting hold of all 3 caps is very important, very crucial to the victory. here for Feast, and I think both teams have responded very quickly to what's going on. But I think in the end, really, Feast played with caps. Well, GB didn't play that well with that, and especially a cap is captured by Feast. That was an important cap to be obtained by Feast. But anyway, it's going to be 2-1 for Feast now. And we are on the second game on Dynasty's Pro. Second match on Dynasty's Pro. We are seeing GB going with double rounds by Berlin and Doha, double T185s by Yoga Gavida, Spectrum, Demon, T22, Nobbish, Kramwagen, and Tokyo in the IS4. Feast going with triple IS4s by Bifrost, Bond, and Roadblock. Double VK 90.01p by Necromancer and Sugar Mugu. Hidden Surprise, Mouse, and F Silver in the T22. And we're ready. Let's get into the second match of Dynasty's Pearl. And GB was that wasn't a bad match at all, and they had to play well this one. And it's still really close. I would say Feast and GB definitely showed us what they are capable of. Let's follow F Silver this time. He's going to get a lot of spots up. Demon also followed up himself, getting some great spots. But F Silver is actually the one that gets more spots. I love this bush more. F Silver, I call this the defensive bush. I think I love it more than the aggressive bush, which is this bush right here, because it gets you more spots and you can run away more easily. And A will be captured by Feast once again. GB will be getting a cap lead, but not Feast. So it's once again Feast that needs to do the rotation, and GB is once again the team that needs to defend. Let's look at Necromancer taking this platform, small rising right here. You have to be really careful. Berlin waited until Necromancer shot, almost de-angled his tanks. So, oh, Necromancer going to put a great shot into Doha. It is going to be the case. Sugar Mugu, another shot into Doha. Oh, GB has lost a lot of hit points already here. Oh, but they're also looking to shut down Bifrost. But already, Feast has made a prompt response to shut down. Oh, this is total chaos right here. GB's looking to shut down Bond, James Bond here, but Bond is going to run away to focus Doha here. Bifrost is now dead, but Feast, Hidden Surprise is going to be down very soon, and hit points are neck and neck, obviously, but Hidden Surprise with that bounce, that was an important bounce right here. Doha is now killed, it's now 6 vs 6, and Tokyo is trying to tee up with the rest of the GB's forces looking to shut down Bond. Here, Spectre is going to kill Bond, it is going to be the case, and also Nubbish is dead. Hidden Surprise is going to go down to Berlin very soon. It's now 5 vs 5, and the hit points are now in favor of GB. At the moment, it seems GB is on top of this game. But at the same time, Suga and Mugu is low, but they have two really healthy tanks. F Silver and Necromancer is still full health right here. And the Spectrum is now taking a big hit. Track as well. Will he be a better track? But Suga and Mugu is killed just in time. And this seems to be GB's game. It's now 5 vs 3. The goals are with GB at this moment. And the hit points as well. And this seems to be 2-2 for GB. And that was a very unpredictable move from GB, just going very straight in, very aggressive, just like RN at the start of the spring season, and they really caught Feast off guard here. And there are a couple of isolated tanks of Feast, and they are unable to regroup when GB isolated themselves one by one, and GB just simply able to hit on push air, and they are a lot more closer to one another, and they connect their shells better. GB killing off rope. No, double bounce onto Roadblock, lucky Roadblock. Gonna put a grey shell into Demon, and is killed by, and he is killed by Demon as well. That leaves F Silver the last person standing at 2-2. Game on, it is, and we are now on to the third map. What a great game it is! Very unlike the last game where it it has a really slow pace, but GB ramped up a notch, and it paid off for them. 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and Feast only 3 tanks doing more than 2k. And we are now on to Yukon, another heavy oriented map. So this map pool is pretty heavy oriented, I must say, and we now see GB going with double mouse once again by Berlin and Doha, and I think they're going for the same lineup today. Tokyo Ice rolled up Ichkran, double T125 by Yogain and Spectrum Demon T22, and we also have Feast with double Ice 4 by Roblox and Bifrost F Silver T22. Hidden Surprise. Oh, they're changing up. It's not going to be double VK this time. If Peg Puffins is rumored, Feast wins. Is Peg Puffins, you know, biased towards Feast? I don't know. But we will be seeing Feast going with Bifrost, Mombi, Milkers, and Bond in triple T135, double mouse by Hidden Surprise and Sugar Mugu, Roblox in the Ice 4, and F Silver in the T22. We're just waiting for Hidden Surprise to ready up. And F Silver is not ready as well. Oh, Mommy Lucas is in the M60 now. Okay, we are now seeing Yukon. So far it stands 2-2 for both teams. And both teams need 2 more wins to win this fixture outright, but there are only 3 matches left. So which team will get 2 more wins? We'll find out soon. Feast is committing their tanks onto northeastern area. They're trying to get C. The B will be captured by GB very quickly, but will it be the first time ever that Feast will get a cap lead, but also GB is getting D as well. So I think it will be GB once again with the cap lead, and Feast will be once again the team that needs the rotation. So I think GB versus Feast. If we are seeing another rematch of them, it's going to be 100% GB getting the cap lead and Feast not getting a cap lead. Roblox is trying to punish Berlin. He is going really aggressive, but Berlin's getting out of this carefully. And that shot didn't connect. And Hidden Surprise. We're looking to put a shell, side scraping. Spotted though. Trying to get a bounce from Berlin. And he has to be really careful angling his tank there. Not to show the cheek. Berlin. It's like possibly, ooh, great opportunity from Berlin there. And puts a shot into Hidden Surprise. Great shot by Berlin right here. Just a tiny split second there when Hidden Surprise de-angled his turret cheek. And another great shot by Berlin onto Roblox. So far, it stands hit points are with GB and also the cap wins. Feast needs to rotate, but this only just 1 shot away from flipping the hit point pool back to Feast's favor. So Feast just need to find a great opportunity for them to shut down, chip away hit points of GB. So far, they are unable to do so. And GB once again, they're defending behind their caps. This is really great stuff by GB. But also at the same time, you have to be really careful when defending behind the caps, because that welcomes Feast for example, to go really aggressive and push the line up and apply pressure. And when you get pincered, then you have to fight in multiple areas, and that at least guarantees the other team to have easy shots. So GV, they're branching out a little bit. Demon will get spots onto F Silver, but F Silver is a one that puts a shell into Demon, but F Silver also takes a hit here, and also taking another hit here. And Demon unable to register. Oh, I mean, F Silver unable to register a shot onto Demon, and so far it's going to be taking into 800 point territory. I'm not sure what Berlin is doing here. He's going really aggressive here, and has to be really careful. IS4, if he knows this one, Berlin doesn't have the reactive armor, doesn't have that much of armor. Could go really wrong, but Roblox is coming from behind. He's going to shut down Berlin here. I think he needs some help from Hidden Surprise, but it was a terrible bounce right here. And both of them dropping the adrenaline. I think this is going to be really important. At the same time, GB is going to make a move onto the southwestern corner. Roblox and Berlin. Berlin seems to be winning this area here, but he bounces once again onto Roblox. Roblox puts a great shell here. And now Hidden Surprise is coming in to support Roblox, knowing that Roblox is very nervous, obviously. And it's now 3 vs 1 right here, but she was again doing a really good job in isolating the tanks of Feast. And Feast, they are now under 3,000 hit points of a disadvantage. They're trying to get B here. What Feast is doing, they're trying to win by caps, and it's pressure onto GB right now. They need to get all kills here. They need to kill off Bifrost. They need to kill off Roblox. They did it. They need to get C. They are trying to kill off Knob Edge, and that can be very crucial. And that is the case. Just really close. But also at the same time, Bifrost is now dead. It's now 6 vs 5. With D getting a cap stop. B also getting a cap stop. GB trying their best. But Doha is killed. Meaning Feast clutches this game. By the tiny margins, they got the caps back at the very last minute. And this is what we are seeing a lot of Feast. Trying to get back the caps at the very last minute, even if it means they're going to lose so many hit points. And if GB was able to finish their tanks a lot more quickly, it could have gone into GB once again. And that was another close game. Both teams are so closely matched, but Feast now 3-2 against GB. And it's match point to Feast right now. So here we are. GB is going with triple T135s by Spectrum, Yoga, Gavinda, and Nutmage. We also have Doha in the mouse, Demon and T22, double IS4 by Berlin, and Tokyo Feast is going with Bifrost and Bond in double T135, F Silver and Sugar Mugen double T22, Mum Lucas M60, Hidden Surprise in the mouse, and Roblox potentially in the Crown Bargain. Oh, same changes here. Bond is going with single Crown Bargain. And Roblox in T125 instead. And here we are. Let's find out. Yeah, I got to write the scoreline. Here we are. Feast blue team no spawn. GB red team south spawn. Double T22s of Feast is going to take hold of the southwestern corner, but GB once again they will get a cap lead as always, and Feast is going to put their tanks on to B next. And Feast is going to barrel into D, but GB will be in A first. So the hit cap points are still with GB and hit points are still with GB. It's going to be another big job for Feast to win this one. But the T22 are going really aggressively now. They are now going into the enemy spawn. We'll get a lot of spots up potentially. Let's follow ARWV for this moment here. Oh, Berlin spotted. ARWV is spotted. Dropping the speed boost, trying to run away. But GB knows that ARWV is running away. Will Spectrum be able to put a shot in? No, I don't think so. ARWV gets off of dodge very quickly. And Feast with Hidden Surprise also spotted. It seems once again GB are defending behind the caps, especially apart from Doha, beyond the cap actually. And this time it's actually GB playing more aggressively. And Feast, it's actually the team here, defending for a little bit, but they do have the cap points. They're figuring out how to tackle the situation. They know it's going to be hard to break them down. A and C cap. These two caps are quite close to where GB tanks are positioned. But I would say Berlin might be the tank that is isolated here. He is in that bush here. We'll get some good camel rating. But if the T22 decides to rotate from behind, but they also have Spectrum coming in support, I think GB, there might be some problems with this defensive setup. Berlin might be isolated, and Feast, they just need to rush Berlin, get C, and that could work. We will see whether Feast is going to do that exactly, but I can see Berlin being the pressure point here. I'm not sure if GB has enough tanks to support Berlin when Feast decides to rush Berlin. They don't know where the tanks of GB team is, so they have to make a gamble probably, or they need to rely on the T22s to get more caps, more spots I mean. And now we are seeing GB still holding on. They don't have to do anything. Action is on Feast. Actually, they need to do something. And with Roblox and Mummy Milkers now, ooh, they are looking to push into C bit by bit. And you also have Bifrost spotted. Spectrum trying to put a shot in. And now it's going to be 800 cap points for GB right now. Feast is now making a move exactly to what I'm saying right here. They're looking to push off Berlin. They need to make a respawn. Doha is coming in to shut down Roblox potentially, but Feast, Hidden Surprise coming in. So you know, stop Doha from getting Roblox. But oh, very quickly, GB is making a move on to Bifrost here. But will Feast be able to kill off tanks just enough? They are rushing into GB's forces here. Are they able to kill a tank quickly there? They are left with no choice but to probably kill off Yoga Govinda and Doha. And that would not be good choices here, because both tanks would buy a lot of time. And Roblox is now almost dead. And it's a bounce on the Yoga Govinda with Roblox the first tank down. And it's now 970, 982 cap points for GB. If Feast loses another tank, Notbish is now dead. Bond is going to go down very quickly. And it's 997 and it's 1000 cap points for GB. And Feast unable to pick up the right tanks to focus. They have to focus Yoga Govinda or the mouse. They should have gone for Berlin first, because Berlin's in the Alice Wall, doesn't have the reactive armor or a lot of hit points when compared to the mouse. Lot less armor, so they should have gone for the IS-4 first. But the first time they went for is either the mouse or the T110E5, so that bought some time for GB, crucial time to finish off our tanks first, like Roblox. And that is a really good win for GB. It's now 3-3. Oh, this is going to get really exciting. We are now onto Tiebreaker, now onto Canal, the final map. And this is a very cap-oriented map, so you will be guessing that is going to be GB. That is going to get a cap lead and not Feast. So, but they haven't been able to get a cap lead, I mean Feast. So if Feast actually for the first time gets a cap lead, What will GV do? We'll find out soon. And here we are. We are going to be seeing Feast with Bifrost, Bond, and Roblox, triple T110 hidden surprise, Mon Lupus, double M60Os, and Z Park is going to switch out. No, he's going back. He's going back. Double T110 by Bifrost and Bond. F Silver Vegas Light, we have Z Park and Sugar Mugu double 50Bs. GV is going for triple T110 by Yoga Govinda, Spectrum and Doha. Demon T22, Berlin IS4, Norwich Kramwagen, and Tokyo ND IS4. And GV is dropping their T22. They only go with one T22. I don't think we have seen them play two so far tonight. And this is going to be an important game for both teams. And will Feast be able to pick up a point against GV? GV so far has 2 points. We are seeing Feast. They're going to put their 50Bs onto A very quickly. But GV at the same time, they're going for C. Both teams are playing for caps. They're not going to do a counter strat. But Bond is going to put a shot here. All resets onto C. Oh, a lot of shots into C, but Berlin has already taken a massive hit right here, trying to get C. And it's going to be a really good start for Feast at the moment here. They still don't have the hit point put advantage because Bond also took a lot of hits. And that T125 is taking another hit right here. He needs to stay safe, stay back. And hit points are with GV once again. Cap points, I mean. They have the cap point advantage with Doha also taking a lot of hits here. Great job to the M60Os. They secure a B cap as well. It's on to Feast to make a rotation. Hello, from y'all. And Bifrost is going to hold down here. But the hit points are with Feast. This is going to be really important. Feast needs to make a good rotation. And once again, don't go for C first. Go for rotation first and C next. Because GV will be putting all of their forces onto C. It's the cap that is going to be very obvious that Feast will be looking to make a decap on. And Bifrost, oh, great shot by Tokyo into Bifrost. Berlin needs to be really careful not to drop any more hit points. And he has to switch spots because, switch positions because he can't really hold down that position. And Spectrum will do a much better job there. M60Os also has 10 degrees of depression, so I really would like to see how it's going to work. And it's going to be really good in, you know, let's say defending. And if Feast is able to kill Berlin, they will be the one to defend now. But at the same time, it's only one kill away from flipping the caps. And will Feast find out which tank to go for first? Feast has tagged up the middle area, but they are lining up for rotation back to their spawn. Potentially that could be spotted up by Demon on Mars. So Feast, they have to find out a way, but it's going to be really hard. F Silver up in this area, don't know what information he will provide, but we will find out soon. The cap points are going to take into 700 point territory. The pressure is on both teams. Yoga Govinda is going to be there. And M60Os rotating downwards. They're going to potentially make a push onto the enemy spawn, but this is exactly where GV tanks are positioned. With Demon looking to, you know, get more get into this bush and to get spots. Sugar Mugu, the 50Bs does not have a lot of armor, but I think They are now making a move here. 800 point territory for GV. GV are stacking up near the spawn. They're predicting a push from Feast onto their spawn. That could go really wrong. But the 50Bs going out in the open. They're looking for something. But Feast already, oh, they're trying to get into B. This can go really wrong for Feast at the moment here. They need to get a tank out, but Bifrost is also reloads now down to one shot and can be taken out by at any moment. Great shot on the spectrum, but will Bifrost be able to survive for long? He couldn't. But Feast, the M6Os are in C. But the 50Bs are going into the ace, but they're going to get a cap stop for GV and F Silver 1 vs 1. This is really tense. Hidden Surprise now dead. It's now and Berlin's also dead at the same time, but they are going to lose moment because potentially they need to tag out as soon as possible. But the 50Bs are on the drum reload. That could be very big here. And they can't lose because needs to stay alive as long as he could. And he is going into safety. That could be really massive here. And the C Park, 3 shells in this clip. This is total chaos. And Yoga Kevin is really low. It's F Silver needed that kill, but Momomukas and Z Park are both dead. Wow. What a game that was. GV 4-3. It is very tense, but I think Feast should have waited a little bit longer before going into B. And the 50Bs, if they waited a little bit longer, they could coordinate a little bit better. And I think that was a great call by Feast in the end, but timing wise it's not really good, with the tanks near B getting dealt with very quickly, and GV knows this very well. They need to take out tanks near B C. I think it's C. C very quickly. So Feast, I mean, they need to time it better. They need to wait a little bit longer on C. They need to make sure they can distract GV near D and then go into C, and that could have worked for Feast. Unfortunately, there is also one tank very far at the back. I don't know why. Should have come in to support. Didn't do too much damage, but at the end of the day, it's going to be GV 4-3 against Feast, and they will get 3 points in this group, and looking likely to be getting into the grand final. Well done to GV. 3 tanks doing more than 2k, and Feast only 2 tanks doing more than 2k. And wow, that was just amazing games for both teams. I'm really happy about this. And GV definitely, they forgot about the abysmal performance in the first game, and they did a great comeback now. Okay, so I think now we're going to wait, and next game is going to happen in around 7 minutes, so that's not a lot of time left. Okay, the room should be up soon, I suppose.
I don't understand what they want from me.
That will be created by Black Banana. And that next game will be Kane versus 9B.
Find what's right in a distant place, so far away. The silence fills my heart with empty space, but now I'm sure of where I'll go from here. And tensions rise, they push me to divert my vision, but I will break the seal.
Alright, so I think while you wait, I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll be right back very soon.
been working, you complaining, feel the pressure crashing over me. I understand you're losing patience, cause it feels like an eternity.
Alright. Here we go. We are back. Kang versus 9V. We are seeing Kang are going with Arid in the T125. Hello everyone. Hello Brokey, Jacob, Domats, Stralade, Campen, Oppa. We have Arid in the T125. Chunks the word to the Lalai Dam. Double 113 is very weird choice of heavy tanks here, but great DPM. Not really great traverse speed. Hui is in the IS-4. We also have Long Yusk in the T125 alongside Morphic. We also have Ronnie Patel, the Kramwagen. 9V is going with Otzen in the IS-4. Blackie in the Kramwagen. ARWV. How do you get this name? And the IS-4 AV, the AMX50B Evo boost and the mouse, Leafia and the Invictus Light, and Reaper and the Kramwagen. I'm not sure if I am butchering your name, but we have Intel Britaru on the subs bench, and so is Booster. Eternal Zinzan will be streaming this game. Extremist is going to be spectating. Here we are. First game we'll be seeing is going to be Faust, and the second game, the first match Faust, second match Faust, third match Normandy, the third match Port Bay, and finally Desert Sands. At the same time, the results, we have also DTG 4-0 against Kane. And that means DTG will have 2 points. Feast will have 2 points as well. I think it was both. We will start very soon, so no poll for you. And Feast also got a win against DTG, so that's 3 points. 3 points actually to GV and Feast, and HLV also got 3 points. So there are 4 teams with 3 points. I know 3 teams with 3 points. DTG have 2 points. But that I think it's probably going to be Feast and DTG, or I don't know. It's going to be tough. But anyway, this is pretty much like the battle for not finishing the last, I would say. Feast and King and Ivy unable to win a single game, and they need to do really. Jesus saw what you deleted. C is going to be captured by Non-Yusk, with D going to be captured by 9V. 9V was also known as Cam 1, and I haven't followed them in winter and spring season. So this is going to be news for me. Chance the Virgil, very aggressive in that position, going to get spots up, but I don't think he will be able to get his gun down. Huawei is spotted. 9V is going to get A as well, so that would mean cap advantage to 9V. They are totally ignoring B, where King could just go for it, but I don't know why. Maybe 9 Reaper is there to reset B. I mean, he's in a good hold down position, so that's probably why King isn't going for B. But look at King. They're looking to apply pressure onto D. And Huawei is also very aggressive. Potentially, Livia will be there to to pencil Huawei. Huawei might be in deep trouble here. Has to be really careful. But Kang already very aggressive now. They're looking to shut down 9V's defensive force, but can they do it? 9V needs to get the right focus here. Intel is in deep trouble, but also Morvictor getting taken out very quickly. And Intel at the same time. This has descended into a brawl fest, and you will see with Huawei chasing the back of Blackie. Long East is also it's going to be the next focus for 9V with Blackie's dead. Odson's now dead. Unfortunately, 9V is unable to defend with King. Long East is now dead, but King has done a much better job in the focus fire, and really they're a lot more well connected, and L3 is going to be the next tank down for King, but they're not going to send 5 tanks onto one, and they're going to send around 2 tanks, 3 tanks onto Reaper. Ronnie Patel is going to put a shell into Reaper, but Lalai Dama might be there to block it. Arid bounces onto Reaper. Ronnie Patel bounces onto Reaper as well. Dipples are still with King, and with ARWV going to be killed by Chunks the Virgil with Lalai Dharma in the double Z13. He is looking for Livia instead because he is there in a really quick tank. That was a great shot, but I would have used HE shell in that situation, but it doesn't matter at this point because they're now looking to kill Reaper and seal the game for Kane. Great shot. No, that was a splash onto Reaper right here. And Arid, great kill onto Reaper. And that is going to be ARWV finally dead. Livia trying to push a shot into Huey. Great shot. One shot. It is now for Huey to die. But Livia tracked, lost momentum completely. Great shot into Chunks the Virtue, but I don't think they want to go for Chunks the Virtue. They want to go for Huey. And he couldn't kill off. Well, they couldn't kill off Huey just in time. And the first game goes to Kane. That was a really aggressive call by King, and it paid off. 9v unable to defend. They have to ask why, because they are very close. They are in a tight pack, but they are unable to focus fire well, and that allowed Kane with a much better focus fire came out on top of this. And they also focused the T125 at the start, which they had dropped reactive armor at the right time. So the first game goes to Kane. Okay, now it's the second game. Hello, Kevin. Kane is going for lots of hold down tanks. I love that. But I don't like Kane's not taking a medium of light. So are they going to take a T22? Yes. Go for a T22. Yes, Lalai Dharma. Do it. We're seeing Arid, Huey, and Long Use get triple T125s, Chunks the Virtue and Morphing, double M60, Lalai Dharma and the T22, Lalai Patel, Crown Bargain. 9v going with double Crown Bargain by Oxen and Reaper. ARWV in bounds, T125, Blackie, Victor's Light by Livia, IS4 by Baritaru, and Ivy in the T215B. And here we go. Kane, Red Team South Spawn with 9v, Blue Team North Spawn. Kane going to speed boost their way into the northeastern corner, and to get hold down position. C is captured by 9v with King also there. They have Long Use in that D cap, and Ronnie Patel and the Crown Bargain spotted. Going to push Shell potentially into Option, but not pretty much. Livia takes a hit as well. So far, once again, cap lead is cap lead is with 9v, not Kane. At this time, 9v will be very wary of this. They had to defend well. They know last game they didn't do well in defending. Huey might be able to put a shot, bounces onto Oxen, but Reaper almost manages to penetrate into Huey. And Huey bounced once again. And Huey's letting his track to repair, receives another track shot. And they're looking to perma-track Huey, but Huey just saves his consumable. He doesn't want to waste that. Otson, oh, actually, Cam 1, no, 9v is getting aggressive. Will it work? Huey's now in deep trouble. It's now perma-tracked, I would say. It's Amarak is also dead. And it's now Huey killed. The first tank out of the game is Kane. 9v is now going very aggressive. They're now trying to wrap the game up. They're looking for Long Use dropping reactive armor, but Otson is one shot. They should have, saved their shot to kill off Oxen now. Reaper is now dead, but the focus is now onto Long Use. Ox is now dead. The hit points are still with 9v, but Kane will lose 2 tanks very quickly. They lost 1 already, Long Use, and they would lose more Victor under Livia. And now it's going to be Kane still holding on against 3 tanks, and potentially Intel put a great shot into Arid. Arid's in deep trouble, but hit points are now neck and neck. Kane might be able to make a comeback here with Baritaru also dead. Arid is also down. It's now 3 versus 4. This is surely going to be 9v with Kane. Lalai Dharma coming in support, but will it be enough here? Great shot into Livia, but 9v is looking to kill off Chunks the Virtual. Ronnie Patel, great shot into Ivy, and he will put another shot into Ivy. Lalai Dharma will be killing off Ivy. It's now 3 versus 3. Livia is going to throw against Lalai Dharma. It It could be a comeback for King actually. Unable to kill off Chunks of Virtue quickly enough. That could be a big problem here. Dharma just 1v1 against Levia. I think he is trying to hold off Levia for now. But Blackie's also really low. Bounces onto Blackie. I think the gun might be blocking that shell right here. But I think 2 shells. Oh, that was a little bit tough to watch. Chunks of Virtue is now one shot, but they missed or bounced a lot of shells onto Blackie here. With Lalai Dharma still brawling against Levia, it's now one shot by both tanks here. Lalai Dharma more quickly in the reload, and Ronnie Patel looking to kill off Blackie, needs to land that last shell. Can he do it, or is it going to be? Oh, it's a bounce! Oh no! Blackie's looking for Lalai Dharma here. Cam 1 once again in good positions. Oh, but Blackie's now dead. This is big. ARWV is now doing a 1v2. Ronnie Patel in the Crown Bargain is waiting for his full clip to reload, and he will be looking to put all of his shells in, and is really hugging with ARWV. He's looking to, you know, bounce some shells, but Ronnie Patel might be looking to put a great shell into ARWV. First shell in, second shell bounces, and third shell. ARWV is doing his best, their best, to bounce shots. Ronnie Patel is just, you know, just waiting. But ARWV bounces onto Ronnie Patel, and ARWV now can concentrate onto, you know, bouncing shells. More Victor say what? How? I don't know what you mean. But ARWV bounces onto Ronnie Patel. Great shot into ARWV by Ronnie Patel. And he's going to put another shell into ARWV and third shell into ARWV. It is full clip into ARWV. ARWV needs to penetrate that shot into Ronnie Patel, but I think the gun pressure is not going to allow ARWV to do that. And he might be... Oh, great shot into Ronnie Patel. But Ronnie Patel has 1 shell in this clip. He wants to reload all 3 shells here, but Lalai Dharma misses onto ARWV. Ronnie Patel is reloading his 3rd shell in this clip. Great shell into ARWV by Lalai Dharma. And that kill seals the deal for Kane. It's now 2-0 for Kane. And Ronnie Patel trying to commit suicide with 80 shells. Don't do that, please. Anyway, next game. It's the 3rd game, the 3rd match. It is Kane doing really good this time. Once again, 3 tanks in 1, 2k. 9v trying to make a push. Didn't really work out in the end. And King almost threw that win away. Where they bounced onto Blackie. Was it Ivy? Blackie. A lot of times. That could have gone horribly wrong. Especially if Levia is able to shut down Lalai Dharma. That would have been 9v's game. And it's all about focus fire and individual skills in this one. And it seems Kane has the advantage with individual skills. And we are now on to Normandy with King. Triple crown bargains by Chunks of Virtue, Morphic, and also Ronnie Patel, who weigh in the 268. Lalai Dharma figures like Elon Melong Use in the T125 and Extremist and the Mouse. Meanwhile, we have 9v going with Otson in the double crown bargain alongside Reaper, Levia, T22, Blackie in the T125, ARWV in the IS4, Ivy in the 215B, and Intel Burrito in the IS4. Here we are. Here we are. We're now on to Normandy. Let's go. We're reloading a little bit slow here. There we're in already. 9v, getting spots up in the T22. The frames per second's a bit low on the low side. The ping is horrible though, more than 600 here. You see from the bottom left hand corner. D is being captured by King at this moment here, and ARWV is looking to get C. Cap point is with cap point's what scan is with this time is with King, not 9v. 9v has the hit points though. Both teams will be looking for A. Oh, Laladama is getting A. That will give King even more cap advantage. Ronnie Patel asking Extremists to pull back. But look at 9v. I think they're looking to be aggressive near D. But King, they have tanks on D. I don't think 9v could push them out though. And King is now making a move to pincer back 9v. 9v needs to be really quick now. They have to either now make a big push onto Extremists here, but they're dropping a lot of hit points for doing that. Odson, Extremist is now down to 1 shot, and Reaper is also low. Blackie kills off Extremists. That is important. ARWV is now 1 shot, takes almost 1,500 damage here. Reaper is also getting killed. Kang lost Extremists already. They are looking to kill off Oxen next. And it's a ram from Oxen into Ronnie Patel. But all the focus is on Oxen right now. Chunks of Virgil is now trying to kill off Oxen, but it's going to be Ronnie Patel killing off Oxen. They're trying to kill off Huawei in the 268, and Burrito kills off Huawei, but the hit points is in huge advantage of King at the moment. We are seeing Ivy is going to go down very soon. A great shot from Chunks of Virgil, and we have Ivy killed by More Victor. We have Elon Long Yusk and Laladama working together in tandem, killing off Levia. But Laladama is also killed. It's actually now 4 vs 2. But hit points really is going to be Kane. This is going to be 3-0 to Kane, and match win is it is to Kane right now. There's not much 9v could do in this situation. That push was quite half-hearted, I would say, and they didn't really branch out too much. They should have branched out a little bit more, because Kane was able to pincer 9v in the end, and has to forces 9v to actually make a push onto Kane when Kane is totally ready for that. So well done to Kane for that strategy. But 9v, I think really they have to, play a lot more calculated. This is a little bit of a panic move right here. With Chance to Roach, a great shot here. But Rituru is now the last person standing. Who will throw the most? That is the question. Hello, Bow1. Hello, Alpha. 3-0. And it's going to be a tiebreaker. V has 2 tanks doing more than 2k, but King 5 tanks doing more than 2k. And we are now potentially the final match of tonight, King against 9v. And it's 3-0 for King at this moment. It looks like to be an insurmountable lead for King. At this point, at this moment in time, and King is once again taking a TD with Huawei back in the 268, Chunks of Virgil and Morphic, double T175, Laladama because like Long Yusk IS4, Ronnie Patel, Crown Bargain Extremist in the T125. 9v is looking to play with Blackie and Intel Burrito, double T125, Levia and the Victor's Light. We also have Crown Bargain by Reaper, 140 by Ivy and ARWV in the IS4, and Oxen in the IS4. And it's going to be very interesting. Both teams going for the lower end of hit points, but I really like mobility. I really like to see more mobility in this game, and it's always a nice thing to see 2 mediums or legs working together to unleash their DPM. And that 140 can be very important, very low in profile, could work exceptionally well on maps like Normandy, because you have low in profile, very undulated. I mean, the terrain will fit 140 really well, but I mean, so is T22, to be honest with you. But you also have the mobility. That could be very important as well. Dama in the Vickers Light will be getting spots onto 9V. And it's going to be the case. Both tanks, Levia and Dama, will be spotting one another up. But it seems to be both teams doing fine in getting spots up. But it is going to be 9V getting capped this time. Chunks the Worship trying to shoot onto Levia. Dama cannot put a shot here. And Oxen has taken the hit. Chunks the Virgil, saying a surprise of something. I don't know why. And now Blackie's taking a hit as well. So hit points are now with King. Ice will be on A once again. 9V will be looking to reset A. They have the cap lead. They don't want King to get a cap lead. King, on the other hand, will they show us how to do in rushing onto D? Or they have other ideas. 9V might be looking to push off Chance the Worship and Ronnie Patel, and that is going to become a turmoil. You're seeing right here. Ronnie Patel is going to be the focus potentially. And we're seeing Black and Reaper into Burrito actually getting eviscerated at the start. And King is now gaining momentum. They're trying to rush onto these IS-4s. They do not have the reactive armor. They do not have the best armor. So they are the priority for King to kill it off. With Otson now, a one-shot kill by Extremists. It's now 6 versus 5. It's looking like a 4-0 win for King at this moment. They're looking to shut down ARWV next. More Victor is trying to hold, but I don't think he will last for long. So it's on to King to kill off ARWV very quickly. Dama is now coming from behind, looking to shut down ARWV, but More Victor is now dead. ARWV is now dead with Huawei and also Extremists now. They're looking to shut down Blackie. Extremist is going to put a great shot into Blackie, but also Ronnie Patel from behind going to reload. And great big alpha shell from Huawei onto Blackie. And 9V got themselves trapped in this situation. 140 desperately tries to run away, but Dama is blocking Ivy all the time. So you have to report Dama for blocking the mediums of lights. Believe you're able to just, go past Dama. Dama is now killed. It's now 3 versus 2. Hit points are still with King, but you would never know. Levia can do a lot of stuff, and Reaper is still really healthy. 2,000, 1,600 hit points now. Long Use is trying to come down. Long is really healthy though. He's looking to ram into Reaper, but it's just a meter's charge. Couldn't really do anything here. We are seeing Levia. Great shot from Extremists onto Levia, but Reaper might be getting himself stuck momentarily. But Long Isk, Reaper's now one shot, and this is going to be a 4-0 win for King. Well done to King, and Reaper is confused and what is happening. They try their best to, push off the T-175s near the middle. They are the Iceland tanks, but King simply acted a lot more quickly. They realized that these two tanks near the middle are the tanks that 9V would like to go for, so they acted very quickly. They are prepared for that rush. So well done to King for that preparation. And I would have loved to see King being that strong against Feast, GV, and also HLV. They would have done a lot of amazing stuff there. But it is going to be 9V that is going to win this one. I mean, Kane 4-0 against 9V. 9V unable to put out anything but 3 tanks doing 1 2k. So commiserations to 9V, and 9V, I think they are pretty much out of top 4 unless they win against DTG. Well, I mean, they lost against DTG, so I think 9V is officially out of this. There is only one last round, and that would decide everything. DTG, if they win against HLV, They will. I mean, King is also out, I would say, because DTG, they have 2 points. They won King 4-0. So both King and also 9V are out of this tournament. Kane with 1 point and 9V with 0 points. DTG against HLV. If DTG wins against HLV, they might be able to actually, you know, get into the second position. Meanwhile, Feast and well, actually no. Well, I mean, provided that GB and Feast also won their games. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see if there is going to be some surprises around the corner. But I would say it's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be 4 points for HLV, GB and Feast, and DTG Pro with 2 points. And that will go into, I would say HLV lost to Feast. The one against GB, it's like, yeah, it's going to be about which team has more match wins. Kinigun. Yeah, I enjoy the CWA more because really the one more degree of depression, that is really important. And also, you know, one more, and also better armor as well, overall. And the mobility is not that far off from the 140. So here we are. Tonight you're going to be seeing BPS versus Serenity. That will be streamed by Nubita. We're talking about Blitz Premier Cup now. A1A1 versus Endgame, that will be streamed by Exit. Loka versus Turks, that will be streamed by the Falcon Dude. APA versus Dinos, that will be streamed by Kupaka, and I'll be following Veil versus Immortal first, and then it will be Endgame versus Loka. This is going to be a very crucial match to follow, and that will mean now 2 points for all these 4 teams: Endgame, BPS, Turks, and Serenity. Loka, Veil with 1 point. A1M1, Dinos, Immortals, and APA looking to get their first win, game win, I say. A1M1 almost did it against Serenity. I think they just got tilted in the last 2 games. I think they were, I don't know if they were meant to, you know, exit the game and I don't know, but they agreed to the restart anyhow. So here we are. I hope you enjoyed my stream, and I'll see you all very soon in around 5 hours. So good night all on the Asia server, and good afternoon